This is an amazing opening trap you can play with black, and more than 80% of the players fall for this trap in Traxler variation. I have already covered 5 more videos related to the same trap, so you might want to check that out. The link is in the description. This would be the last video of the Traxler attack, so I will be talking about some of the wonderful defense you can do in that. So after this pawn push we have to capture here, but we already know the main line is to develop the bishop and attack the queen, but we have to go for this pawn push and we can set up a trap for white. If in the previous video I talked about this bishop captures the pawn, but this time if this bishop goes back you can win the game by playing this knight check. But this is a really interesting move. Once you move the king to a very random square, you can get checkmated after this queen coming here, and there is no good move. Once you develop the knight, a very natural move, you deliver this check and you get checkmated because there is no good defense. So this move is obviously losing, but if you try to play this king move, this is also really bad. We can deliver a check. Once you give up this knight, this would be a checkmate and you would have to give up the queen for exchange, and this would be a checkmate after 6 moves. So this is losing on the spot. What about after this? After this, if the king tries to go here, then this is also a very interesting position and we can go for some checkmating ideas. Once you block with the rook, we can deliver a check, pawn push, we capture here, and the position is really interesting. And if you play a natural looking move by pushing the pawn, you can just get checkmated in 10 moves. We can deliver a check. Once you move the king, we can deliver another check, and once you go with this king march, we can sacrifice this knight. It's obvious if you accept the sacrifice, this is a checkmate in 1, so you don't want to do that and play this king move. But we have to spot a very wonderful idea, and we are threatening checkmate in 1. So once you sacrifice this rook, after this queen is coming to protect the square, but we have a wonderful move. We can sacrifice this knight. Once you accept the sacrifice, we have a bishop check and there is no good move. You have to give up the queen and this is a checkmate. So all the moves are really losing. Now let's talk about the defense, but before that, if you are watching on Facebook, then you are most welcome to click in the description to watch the full video, or you can take the subscription of this page to get the early access of the exclusive content. Like my 3 subscribers are already enjoying the free content, and if you want to watch it for free, then you can wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow the video will be uploaded on Facebook. So now let's get back to the video. Now let's talk about the real defense. After this bishop coming here, you have to move the queen, and once we capture, some maneuvering with this bishop is going back, and once we push the pawn, we have to capture here, capture here, capture with the queen. We can develop the knight. Once you try to deliver a check, we can play this king in the center of the board, and that is completely fine, because after this check, this is not going to help. This bishop comes here, this check, you go inside of the board, and after captures, everything is just good, and you can bring this knight into the game. If you don't play this bishop move, this knight is jumping into the game, and that's it. So this bishop blocks, but we are pinning this bishop. Once you move the king, we have a very interesting move with this check, and now you have to move the king. Once you move it, we can push the pawn, and that's it. We are successfully managing to bring this knight back, and if you try to move the knight from there, you can just lose the game after this check, and this bishop is lost. So once you play any move, we will capture here, and the game is really lost for you. Now let's see the other defense. After this pawn push, this bishop move was really losing, so the best move here is to bring this bishop back, and once we try to deliver some of the check, king can go back, and once we go here, king can go back to the same square. You deliver a check, this bishop blocks, and now this bishop is pinning the white bishop. So you cannot do anything. Once we push the pawn, we have to go for some engine lines. After this bishop captures, queen is under attack. You play this move, this is a check, so king should move. Now we are threatening checkmate. So once you move the queen, we can just exchange and the game is pretty much equal. After this bishop is developed, we can just munch this knight and the game is pretty much equal. White is having 3 pieces, and after this capture you are going to have the 3 piece over the board and you can surely equalize the position. So how was the video? If you want to learn directly from me, my rating on chess.com is 2100. You just wanna click the link in the description and join the WhatsApp group. These are some paid classes where I teach you all the opening tricks, middle game strategies and some endgame wonderful tactics. So see you soon in my next video, and if you want to enjoy the videos for free, you can click the subscribe button and press the bell icon so never miss an update.